Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of REM Buzz. I'm your host, Cass, and also, as usual, I got Callum with me. Good
Hi
morning,
everyone,
Callum.
how are you?
Welcome to the show. So, guys, what we're going to talk about this beautiful Saturday morning. So, obviously, the market is booming. Market is happening. Obviously, very lot of changes during the overnight. Maybe various reasons for that, but I think today we're going to talk something a little bit different. As per usual, we are going to touch base with the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the impact for REM. And not only that, Callum got something in his out of from his pocket to talk about the home ownership versus the REM tokenization. So, without further ado, I'll pass on to Callum. Callum, take us through, mate.
Hi everyone, how's things going? Hopefully everything's fine because it's weekend coming up, and most of the people may have weekends, and you know what? It is an exciting time, guys. I can't think of weekends or weekdays or whatever. This is a great time to be in crypto space. And as I always say, if you have saved in your cryptos, you haven't sold your cryptos, congratulations, because you're in the right foot, right? So without further ado, let's go to the charts. And you can see the market has been fluctuating really steadily, very steadily, and that's what we want. Nothing big happening. But you know what? This September, we are looking for a bit of a sell off in the market because we did have a big bounce up from the market before. So, given that, you can see very stable in the throughout the market spectrum. So that's a good news to figure out, actually. And then I want to actually show you something about the Bitcoin dominance and crypto dominance. Going to the Bitcoin dominance chart today. And if we go back to the 2 hour chart, Bitcoin dominance has gone down, and you can see there's a red candle coming up here. This is the 3 minute, I'm sorry. We need to go to 2 hourly chart. There's the red candle I was talking about. Going a little bit down, and this is really, really good indication that the dominance is going down. When it comes, excuse me, when it comes to Ethereum dominance, let's go back. It's a good indication, guys. The Ethereum dominance chart, as I was talking to you about yesterday, you can see the Ethereum dominance has started picking up again, going up in a green candle when the Bitcoin's having the red candle. This means Ethereum dominance compared to Bitcoin and other markets is going up, which is good. That's what we want. The second stage, which is the Ethereum dominance, that needs to happen. With that, I want to show you actually something which Cass actually was mentioning. This is our Bitcoin chart, 1 hour Bitcoin chart. You can see how it's fluctuating. Going back to weekly charts, which I would really like to do, probably a daily chart would do. There you go. We're right up here. So going up, guys, nicely, steadily going up. If I can move this a little bit here, you can see this is the parallel lines that we're looking at. These are the stops. These are the stops that we're talking about. Look at this. These are going like, sideways and then going up, sideways, going up. So we're in track. What I want to show you today compared to this Bitcoin chart here is the home ownership rate. Now, why do we need the home ownership rate? Is because we are talking about real world assets, guys. And in real world assets, you can see certain countries got a lot of home ownership. Ownership plays a major role because a lot of people renting, and that's why we got a concept called fractional rent vesting. Even though these countries over here, all these countries may think of renting, people may think of renting, they can have a partial ownership. So this home ownership rate, we want to take that to the next level, and that's what this whole fractionalization is about. Coming to Australia, for example, we got 66 in Q4 in 2020. We want to make sure, this is a 10-year forecast. What we want to do is we want to make sure that this goes up. USA, so United States of America got 61.5% of in quarter 2025 ownership rates. What we want to do is we want to bring this to the next level. We want to make sure the home ownership rate goes up by having a fraction of that property. So you get a portion coming into your portfolio. So portfolio is important, and make sure you got that up over there. So guys, this is a good chart, actually, the global chart to see where we are in home ownership.
Yeah.
Same with interest rates. If you look at these interest rates are really high, right? Compared to these sort of interest rates. Look at this. So if you got this sort of an interest rate and you have a partial ownership of it, this is a great opportunity to go into these sort of countries, right? Look at Canada's like 2.75, America's 4.5 on July 2025. And look at these Australian numbers as well. You know what, guys? These are the places that we want to look into. And we want to bring. This is something. Interest rate is not something that we can control, but we can obviously look into the home ownership rates, because this rate is about how many people own a home, or now we want to give that opportunity to these people who lives in high demand areas, right? To get to their status. Look, for example, Japan, right? Tokyo,
Yeah.
Sydney, Australia, New York. These sort of places. Sometimes rental can be the best option, but you know what? With fractional ownership, we want to bring it there. With that, I want to take you to our project, right? This is REM, guys. You know what? Real estate metaverse REM is about fractional ownership and about tokenization of real world assets. If you bought up here, as we discussed, right? Congratulations, because the market has now, the REM has pushed with this huge week coming up, and then it's consolidating here. So we want to make sure the bull market, we're ready to just for a pump, because you know what? This is not financial advice, guys. This is you do your own research and due diligence. So basically, we want this to happen here. This is what happened, and this is what I was talking about all these days when we were here. That was a good buy. If you should have you bought up here, you know what? You can sell, but you know what? If you keep it up a little bit more, you would
Uh,
see something like this happening, guys. This whole blast. And if we go to something like a weekly chart, you can see this peak. Look at this. This is the all-time highs, guys. It's close to $1, and this is what we want to see. We want to see how people buy out this REM. REM's going to go up, so that's my forecast, guys. And I would say hold on to your REM till this end of this bull market, and you would have the capacity, because it's a micro cap, guys.
yeah.
Small amounts can take you to bigger lengths. So with that information, guys, I want to say, focus on the REM, as in the real world asset component with the home ownership. That's why I showed you that chart about the home ownership. It is important that you understand we work on real world assets and making sure that the regulation happens through that regulatory body, working with a regulatory environment to make sure that you would get the best out of real world assets. So that's what REM stands for. And that's where the utilities come in for to compensate the token. So because we are a utility token, we need to have certain utilities that would align with our utility coin or utility token. So with that, what do you think, Cass, about the unemployment? Sorry, the rates
Home
of the
ownership.
home ownership.
Now that's really good data. That's what we're trying to do with even our propertyverse company as well. Obviously, Gunit will do another segment on that. There's opportunities coming in. So this is especially for Australian viewers mainly. There's some different changes from the government coming in to boost up that home ownership, and Propertyverse got the perfect plan for that for you guys. So please follow Propertyverse website and please follow our socials. We will see more information from our team. So Callum, so other thing I want to know is there's few things. There's few people ask me questions about. There are other projects very similar to REM popping up here and there. You know what, guys? We were thinking about. We had a deep chat about. You know what? It makes us really happy because apparently we keeping a benchmark here. So when similar product popping up, that means it's a good thing. it's a friendly competition is always good help for any business, because that push you to think more stuff, give more utility, how cater more to your followers and all those sort of stuff. At REM, we are so happy people come popping up with similar projects and follow our footsteps. Some are very similar, but it's fine with us, because I think we made a statement. So that means we've been pioneers. We are ahead the curve. People coming up, and that's a really good thing, because that means more opportunities for retail customers, similar project like us, and we're more than happy to talk with those people, find synergies, and moving forward. So that's something I want to clear up. People direct message just asking what's going on, what's going on. Nah, guys, there's no hard feelings or anything. We're just happy to have them on board, because that gives us a bit of a friendly competition. Plus, we're happy we're benchmarking stuff. So with saying that, guys, I think that's it for the RM bus today. We will bring some more information in separate segment. There are a few people asked some questions. Like I said the other day, we are planning on AMS on our platform, and maybe Binance as well. So we'll give you some information next week on that, the times and everything. Please participate on that. Ask the questions. This is something. This is an opportunity for you to ask raw questions and get some raw unplanned answers from the management team. So guys, saying that, you guys have a really great weekend. Enjoy and stay safe. Kaz and Kalam out.
Hey guys.